stragglers who might still find their way here, gives them more time to rock up so I can get them handed out in one go without anyone missing out, if that makes sense. So that's all good. I'll jump straight into the product first, and it shouldn't take too long. So by now, you've all likely noticed this whisk logo right here behind me, hopefully wondering what that's all about. So quickly put things in context, or just ask if everyone has a normal whisk at home, or at least used one at some stage. Yep, some nods are good enough for me. So we all know then that if we're using these the normal way to mix things up, our arm's going to be moving about 100 miles an hour. We eventually get where we want to be mixing wise, but too much of that repetitive mixing action can leave our arm and wrist feeling a little bit sore afterwards. Now for people with conditions like arthritis, using one of these can be an absolute nightmare, maybe impossible too if their condition's really serious. Which is where our main product comes in, because it's comfortable for pretty much everyone to use. What I'm here to show you all today and won't take too long. Introducing Mr. Whipster. It's absolutely fantastic and fantastically easy to use. So what you do, it's pretty straightforward. You just get head first to whatever you're mixing. You don't actually have to grip it. You can just set your hand flat on top and you simply push and stir. So you can see there from those bubbles, it's having a better effect to that whisk from a moment ago. It's a more smooth, consistent movement for your arm and wrist. Pretty simple but effective. All it's doing is introducing more air into your mix and making that overall process about 10 times faster and 20 times easier for the user. But that was just water. The most we can really do here is make lots of bubbles, and that's about it. There is something much more impressive we can use Mr. Whipster for. First we'll get a quick show of hands, anyone who likes whipped cream. Yep. Alright, same here. The other thing is as enjoyable as whipped cream is, it's a little bit fattening, so something we shouldn't really have too much of. But with the help of Mr. Whipster, we can get around that by simply making whipped cream of our own, have something that's less fattening. So I've got this 99% fat-free skim milk here that's been sitting on some ice at a time alongside a container, so both are nice and cold, and just going to use a small splash of the milk, enough for a cup of tea or coffee, so not a lot there. But in this situation, you'll find that less is more. Because when we get Mr. Whipster into there and start to push and stir again, you can see the small amount of milk is quadrupled in size already. Now this could be egg whites to make meringues and pavlovas, it could be omelettes, scrambled eggs, pancakes, cake mixes, jellies, batters, even thicker things like your mashed potatoes or getting lumps out of the gravy for the Sunday roast. But in just 10 seconds, we've already got a sort of frothy topping. We could use our hot chocolate, chai latte, cappuccino, most of our hot drinks. If we've made pancakes or what I think a topping to use, all we do is go a bit longer, maybe add some sugar to sweeten it up, or a pinch of cinnamon, or a few drops of vanilla essence for some flavour too. For hot days, if we add some fruits, berries and crushed ice to some more of this, we can make up a milkshake or a smoothie. Then just half a minute or so, we now finally have our low-fat whipped cream-like topping that can be used on pretty much anything. That's all staying there in the container and only started off a small splash of milk. So I wasn't getting what I said that less is more. I'll pop that to the side for now because I'll need that again soon, but when we designed the Mr. Whipsters, we wanted them to be easy for the user. So they're made out of 1810 surgical grade stainless steel, very lightweight, no batteries or electricity. You just saw that it's operated by hand, meaning you're always in control. And cleaning it is pretty simple too. You're just getting some warm soapy water, push and stir again, and you get a little washing machine effect here, it gets cleaned off pretty quick. You give it a quick rinse, then you can leave it aside to drip dry as it's not going to rust or tarnish. Now if you prefer to use the dishwasher instead, you can also put Mr. Whipster in with the rest of those dishes that is completely dishwasher safe too. And moving on though, I'll get a quick show of hands again, this time anyone who likes coffee. Yep, well, one person who does. We're a nation of coffee drinkers, but say we're paying a small fortune in most places for a decent sized cup, around $4 or $5 on average, sometimes a bit more. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it all adds up over time, and we can sometimes save this money by making these coffees at home for literally pennies. So that's what I'll do with this topping now. I'll use it to make up a simple cafe style skinny latte as if I was making out at home. After that skinny latte, of course, that skim milk with use of the topping. So now that I've got that in there, I'll just add the coffee next. So as I pour that down to the centre, they'll sink to the bottom, our topping stays floating on top. Within seconds, we now have a homemade, low-cost, skinny latte that's nearly as good as you want from your coffee shops and cafes. Not as fancy looking, but in the end, it only costs you a few cents to make for a cup, as opposed to a few dollars, thanks to Mr. Whipster. Now, some feedback we've had about Mr. Whipsters is for things like our coffee cups, other small spaces and containers, is just way too big to get in there and do its job. We've listened to that feedback, we came up with a solution. I'll get to that solution in just a moment, because right now it's a good halfway point in the demo. That specifically is free if you set it there. So I'll go ahead and get that done now. With the freebies, they'll also double as your ticket to getting in on a special surprise close to the end of my demo. Surprise can't do for everyone in store due to limited availability, so make sure you hold those so you can be first priority for that surprise close to the end. And I'll just give you a quick rundown of the freebies. So they're basically a paring knife. They're actually a really good paring knife too. Great for cheese boards, for cutting up the cheese. Also, trimming things like fruits and vegetables. They're normally sold online for $5 a piece. We sell these every day online, so it's probably one of our best freebies out there as well. So right now I've got that $5 value in your hands for free, of course. And remember, keep hold of those so you can first priority that little surprise in a few minutes time at the end of the demo. Speaking of which, I'll get right back into it. So a moment ago I said that Mr. West is way too big for small spaces like these coffee cups to get in there and do his job. So listen to that feedback. We came up with a solution, and that solution is this next item you're about to see. Introducing Webster Jr. Now, Webster Jr., as you can see, is a smaller version of Mr. Webster. It's pretty much in the name. Made from the same high quality materials, and it works the same way on a much smaller scale. The only major difference other than size is of course the shape of the head, which has been specially designed for small spaces your Mr. Westers won't make it into. So it's great for small bowls and small potatoes, making things like dips, salad dressings and marinades. We'll go to the salad dressings. So we're mixing up the salad dressing at home using a fork or a spoon to do that. I'll use the spoon first. That can be a substitute salad dressing. So if we're mixing away at that, we really shouldn't mix too fast. The salad just splashes around a bit and dresses our table instead of our salad. Obviously not good because it wastes ingredients and we make a mess. Using a fork, we can go a little bit faster, but we're not too careful. We still get that same splashing and spilling problem as before. So what happens if we use the Webster Jr. instead? Well, first up, you can see from those bubbles it's having a better effect. I'm going a lot faster too, so no holding back. And a major difference is it's not splashing and spilling no matter how fast I go, because it's been specially designed to emulsify the ingredients from the lowest possible point. So not only do you get the most out of your ingredients here and have everything stay in that container, but more importantly, the job is done quicker and easier, which is what really matters in the end. Plus, you can take these with you to the gym to mix up things like sports drinks and protein shakes on the go, and even for camping and caravanning, because it's a very good, compact, portable tool to store and take travelling pretty much anywhere. Now, these are normally available online, but I thought I'd bring out to show you alongside Mr. Webster. Because it's pretty much all about Mr. Webster today. Which of course brings us to the most important part. Where do you get them from? For how much? So, normally online, Mr. Webster's are $45 plus postage and handling. Now we don't apologise one bit for that price because it's worth every cent. As you're getting all the benefits of this 1810 surgical grade stainless steel quality tool for your kitchen. That's of course packaged up in one of these boxes with some great ideas you can try out with it. Lots of directions to use it too, they're pretty straightforward, make it user friendly, a perfect gift for pretty much anyone, even those who might be learning how to cook, given how easy these are to use. And one of the most worthwhile parts about this product is its unconditional lifetime warranty. With this lifetime warranty, if the product is faulty or defective or gets damaged somehow, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. All you do on your side of things is simply send it back to a main warehouse in Victoria. They'll replace it absolutely free, no questions asked. It's a guarantee for the rest of your lifetime, hence lifetime warranty. Now with all that in mind, a bit of a mouthful, I know. I've been authorised to bring this to list from an online price of well over $50 once you factor in your postage and handling costs, all the way down to our factory direct price, here in store today at just a low $35. Whenever I'm at the booth, you simply pick them up from me, take them through the checkouts, or scan through it just like any other item here in store. Now of course, when I leave at the end of the day, the stock's going to leave with me. You're not going to find these on the store shelves. The only other place you'll be able to find and purchase these once and gone here is of course online at that full price plus your postage and handling. Now that's just the basic package though, because I'll remind everyone there's still that surprise to take care of. I can see everyone's still got those freebies, which is great, because I did say something I couldn't do for everyone's store due to limited availability. So without further ado, all you're doing with regard to that surprise on your side of things is simply let me know that you want to take home Mr. Webster at that factory direct price of $35, and you want to take one home today. And here's what happened on my side of things. Because there's still Webster Jr. from a moment ago, which has own packaging just like Mr. Webster, same lifetime warranty, great tool for the kitchen, nice little gift of its own. Online, these are normally $28 plus postage and handling. Today though, with every purchase of Mr. Webster at $35, I'll throw in Webster Jr. absolutely free. So what that basically means is you end up with two products together for less than normal price of one. A bundle you can do as many times as you like to. So if you decide you want a set for yourself and thought maybe neighbour down the street or your in-laws could use a set too, by all means get a few more, you're more than welcome to. Likewise, your special events like weddings, birthdays, engagement parties, housewarmings, these are great boarding gift sets to most of those events too, so by all means get as many as you need for those as well. As I said, due to limited stock, it's a first come first served basis, so if you want to take advantage of this amazing offer while I've got stock and while it's at that price of $35, don't miss out. You must let me know at the booth right here and right now. On behalf of Big W and TT Trading, thanks for coming to shop here, for coming to the demo. That concludes the promotion. I can now start handing out the products to purchase. While you're at it, you can also take the opportunity to come forward and try them out yourselves right here at the booth. Absolutely. Best way to sum it up is anything your normal whisk can do. Big ones